Hello, 8th grade. This is section 1.7. This is adding, multiplying, subtracting, and dividing scientific notation. Okay? So let's get started. Okay, this is your bell work. If you were here, if you want to pause and do that, you can. Push play when you're done, because here are the answers. Push pause and check, make sure you got all those from yesterday, because we're going to go in a little more in depth today. Okay, that's for me, not for you. Okay, what we're learning today. Just like I said in the beginning, we're adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing with numbers written in scientific notation. Okay, let me pause it. There we go. Oh, it's working a lot better today. Okay. Okay. So it gives us 7.2 times 10 to the third and 1.6 times 10 to the fourth, okay? So what you are going to do, okay, what you're going to do is separate it from whole numbers and exponents, okay? So you'll take 7.2 and 1.6. Okay? And this is the same thing as multiplying, multiplication, okay? So 7.2 times 1.6. And then you have 10 to the third times 10 to the fourth, okay? Let me get a calculator real quick, because I don't even know what that is. Just right off the top of my head, okay? So with this, you're just going to multiply like normal, okay? So you have 7.2 times 1.6 on your calculator. Get 11.52, okay? And then this is what we've been doing just since the beginning, okay? So 10 to the third times 10 to the fourth, they have the same base, so we just have to add the exponents, okay? So it's times 10 to the seventh. Okay. Okay. Oh no, don't look at it. It went way too far. Okay, there we go. Okay, so try that one on your own. It's 1.1 times 10 to the negative third, 2.5 times 10 to the ninth, okay? Pause the video and do it on your own. Push play when you're ready. You should get 2.75 times 10 to the sixth. So when you add that negative 3 and 9, you get positive 6. And then 1.1 times 2.5, you get 2.75. Okay? So in 2010, the world population was about 6.86 billion. The population of the United States was about 3 times 10 to the 8th. But how many times larger is the world population than the population of the United States? Okay, so in this, it should be, there we go. It should be putting off a red flag that it's wanting the difference. So it's wanting you to divide with this. Okay? But first, we need to change this number into a scientific notation, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? So you have 6.86 times 10 to the ninth, okay? Over the United States population, which is 3 times 10 to the 8th. Okay? And all you're doing here, it's just like with multiplication. Split it up. Okay? Divide like normal with your normal numbers. Okay? 6.86 divided by 3. 2.28. Okay? Or you could put 2.29 if you're rounding. And then 10 to the ninth minus 10 to the 8th because we're subtracting since we're dividing, okay? And that just leaves us with 10 to the 1st. We don't have to put the 1, but we can if we want. Either way is fine, okay? And that would be your answer. Okay? Anytime now. There we go. Oh, no. It is not working with me today, guys. There we go. Okay. So now what happens when we are adding or subtracting? That's when it gets a little bit difficult, okay? So we have 6.89 times 10 to the 4th plus 9.24 times 10 to the 5th, okay? First, we need to make these the same, okay? Now, we can either make this a 4 or this a 5. Well, you're probably going to want to make this a 4 because you just have to move this decimal over 1. If you move it over this way, it's going to be a little bit weird or wonky when you're adding, okay? So we rather have more of a whole number. So we're going to move this one this way, okay, and get 92.4 times 10 to the, since we moved it down 1, we took one of those exponents away, okay, to the 4th, and we just bring this one down. Now that they're the same, we can just add like normal, okay? So we have 6.89 and 92.4. Okay? And that gives you 99.29 times, and we just keep this because that's the same. So 10 to the 4th. But we aren't done, because remember when I told you in scientific notation, this number has to be between what two numbers? 1 and 10, and it is not. So we have to bring it back over, okay? So we have 9.929 times 10 to the, since we moved it back 1, we're adding 1. So it's not a 4 anymore, it's back to a 5. And that will be our answer, okay? Okay, try that one on your own real quick. I accidentally gave away the answer. Pause it. 2.85 times 10 to the 7th plus 1.61 times 10 to the 9th. Okay? Push pause, and then when you're ready, I'll remove my hand. Okay? You should have got 1.6385 times 10 to the 9th. Okay? Well, now what happens when we do subtraction? It's the exact same thing. Okay? Except, unfortunately, this number isn't in scientific notation. But that's good for us because we know, looking at this number, which is 7.83 times 10 to the 8th, that we want to get it already to the 8. Okay? That way we can just go ahead and subtract. So, we're going to make our period. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Normally we would stop right there because our number is between 1 and 10. But that would only be 10 to the 7th power. And we'd have to go and do that extra step anyways of rewriting it to get it to be 10 to the 8th. So you're already, and might as well just move it one more over. That way it's 10 to the 8th, like this one. Okay? So we get 0.1161 times 10 to the 8th. Okay? And now, since they're the same, we can do our normal stuff. Take 7.83, subtract it from 0.1161. And you get 7.0 139 times 10 to the 8th. And the good news is this number between 1 and 10? Yep, so we are done. That is it. Subtraction is better. I'd say addition is where you have to do the most work, okay? Okay, go ahead and try this one on your own. Okay, it's 8.23 times 10 to the 6th power minus 391,000. So remember, we're going to have to turn that into scientific notation. If we did it normally, it'd go 1, 2, 3, 4 times 10 to the 5th. But remember, you want 6th. So you'll have to move it one more. So go ahead and try that, and then push play when you're ready, because your answer, you should have got 7.839 times 10 to the 6th power. Okay? And this is just for extra practice, adding, okay? So again, this says it is 7.89 times 10 to the 6th, so we're going to want to go to the 6th when we convert this into scientific notation, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we get 0.593 times 10 to the 6th. Okay, and this is addition. So now we can just go in 0.593 plus 7.89, and we get 8.843, or 483, sorry, times 10 to the 6th. And since that number is between 1 and 10, we can stop right there and we're done. Okay. Oh, please. Okay, go ahead and try this one on your own. Okay, 6,450,000,000 minus 8.27 times 10 to the 7th. Okay, express the result in scientific notation. Now this one's a little weird because when we move it and we want 10 to the 7th, we've usually gone past the number. But with all these numbers, we're not going to go past them. Okay, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll stop right in between the 5 and 0. Okay, but go ahead and try that one. Push pause, push play when you're ready. Should have got 6.3673 times 10 to the 9th. Okay, and that is it. That's it for today. Well, not for today. You still got one more. But for right now, this was 1.7. I'll put your homework below. I will say we're getting close to test time. The kids will be taking their test on Tuesday of next week. Okay, so you'll be all caught up and everything by next week. Okay, have a great day and stay safe this weekend.